Have you ever stood in your garage, staring at those old, cracked tires piled in the corner? Maybe they're covered in dust. Maybe they've been there for years. And maybe, just maybe, you've thought about tossing them into the bin without a second thought. But what if I told you those tired, forgotten tires could be reborn? Not as landfill waste, not as smoky bonfire fuel, but as stunning, functional, and deeply personal pieces of art, furniture, and even gardens. Welcome to Golden Seniors Gardening, where we believe nothing should be thrown away until it's been loved again. Today we're diving into 15 breathtaking ways to transform old tires into outdoor masterpieces. No fancy tools, no big budget, just imagination and heart. Whether you're crafting for yourself, helping a loved one refresh their space, or simply enjoying the joy of upcycling, these ideas are designed to inspire, delight, and remind you that beauty grows not only from nature, but from second chances. So grab a cup of tea, settle in, and let's begin our journey from rubber to rebirth. Idea 1. Tire swing revival. Let's start with something simple, something nostalgic. Remember swinging as a child? That rush of wind through your hair, laughter echoing across the yard, the tire creaking gently under your weight. Well, guess what? You can bring that magic back. Take an old tire, clean it well, sand off any rough edges, and give it a fresh coat of weatherproof paint. Attach sturdy ropes or chains through the center hole. Hang it from a strong tree branch or metal beam, and voila! Instant childhood memories made new again. Add a cushion or a rope handle for comfort, or go all out and turn it into a hanging chair by weaving rope around the rim. This isn't just a swing, it's a portal to simpler times. A reminder that play doesn't have to come from plastic or batteries. It comes from imagination and a little bit of rubber. Idea 2. Tire raised garden beds. If you've ever looked at your garden and wished for more height, more structure, more life, this idea is for you. Old tires stacked vertically make fantastic raised beds. They retain heat, which helps plants grow faster, and they're incredibly easy to stack and fill. Start by cleaning the tires thoroughly. Stack 2 or 3 on top of each other, staggered like bricks. Fill with compost-rich soil and plant vegetables, herbs, or flowers. Line the inside with landscape fabric to prevent toxins from leaching into the soil, a small precaution that makes a big difference. Top with mulch. Add a trellis or wooden frame if you want a polished look. These tire beds aren't just productive, they're visually striking, especially when planted with cascading vines or vibrant blooms. They're perfect for seniors who want to garden without bending, for families who need kid-friendly planting zones, or for anyone who loves growing food sustainably. This isn't just gardening, it's transformation. Idea 3. Tire fire pit. Now imagine this, a crisp evening, friends gathered around a glowing fire, stories being shared, marshmallows roasting. What if your old tires could help create that moment? By arranging large tires in a circle and lining the inside with fire bricks or steel sheeting, you can create a rustic, durable fire pit. Paint the outside for style, add stone veneer for elegance, or leave them raw for industrial charm. Place it in your backyard, on a patio, or near a seating area. Surround it with benches, chairs, or even tire stools. More on that soon. This fire pit isn't just functional, it's a gathering place, a hub of warmth, light, and connection. And best of all, it started with something most people would throw away. Idea 4. Tire outdoor ottoman footrest. Sometimes the smallest details make the biggest impact. An ottoman may seem like a luxury, but with a tire, some foam, and a bit of fabric, you can make one that's both stylish and sustainable. Clean the tire, paint it in a color that matches your decor. Wrap it in foam padding, then cover with weather-resistant fabric or outdoor-grade burlap. Secure with zip ties or staples. Use it as a footrest next to a chair, a side table for drinks, or even a seat for extra guests. Soften the edges with cushions or pillows. Add a tray on top for serving snacks. This ottoman isn't just comfy, it's conversation starting. Because when someone asks, "Where'd you get that?" you'll smile and say, "I made it." Idea 5. Tire stools and chairs. Let's keep going with seating, because every great outdoor space needs places to sit, relax, and connect. Cut a tire in half horizontally to create a wide base. Top it with a thick cushion or wooden seat board. Alternatively, stack 2 tires, wrap them in rope or twine, and add a wooden top for a rustic stool. Paint them in bold colors for a modern vibe, or natural tones for a bohemian feel. These stools are lightweight, durable, and endlessly customizable, perfect for patios, porches, or even poolside lounging. This isn't just seating, it's sustainability with style. Idea 6. Tire planters and flower pots. Let's take a step back from seating and fire pits for just a moment, and return to something gentle, something delicate, but no less powerful in its transformation. Tires don't have to be big to be beautiful. In fact, some of the most charming garden accents come from cutting them into smaller pieces, rings or slices, and turning them into unique flower pots. Start by slicing through the tire with a sharp saw or utility knife. Wear gloves and work carefully. You'll end up with thick rubber bands that can be painted, stacked, or mounted. Paint them in soft pastels or vibrant hues. Use spray paint for an even coat, or get creative with hand-painted designs. Drill small drainage holes in the bottom. Line the inside with landscape fabric to keep soil from slipping out, and fill with potting soil. Now plant trailing ivy, blooming petunias, or fragrant herbs like rosemary and thyme. These tire planters are perfect for hanging on walls, placing on shelves, or grouping together for a colorful display. Each one tells its own story of reuse, renewal, and resilience. And when the sun hits them just right, they glow with a kind of quiet pride because they used to be trash. Now they're treasures. Idea 7. Tire wall art and sculptures. Let's take a sharp turn now, from function to form. Tires can become more than just planters or furniture. They can become art. Cut them into shapes, circles, waves, spirals, and mount them on wood or concrete walls. Paint them in mosaic patterns, abstract swirls, or even recreate famous paintings. Or go bold and make a 3D sculpture. Animals, faces, abstract forms, by stacking and welding tires together. Spray paint them metallic or neon for dramatic effect. You could even embed small lights or fairy string lights between layers for a glowing nighttime display. These sculptures aren't just decoration, they're statements about creativity, about sustainability, about turning the discarded into the divine. Imagine walking through your backyard and seeing a towering tire giraffe, or a swirling wave made entirely of black rubber. It's unexpected, it's playful, it's deeply personal, and it proves that gardening isn't just about plants, it's about expression. Idea 8. Tire kids playground equipment. If you've got kids, grandkids, or just a playful spirit in your heart, this one's for you. Old tires can become stepping stones, balance beams, climbing walls, or even obstacle courses. Stack them for jumping, lay them flat for paths, or drill holes in thread ropes to create climbing structures. Paint them in fun colors, add numbers or letters for learning games. This playground isn't just safe, it's full of possibilities, because kids don't need plastic slides and metal ladders. They need imagination and rubber. Set it up in a corner of the yard, near a sandbox, or under a tree. Add mulch or wood chips underneath for cushioning. What you'll create is more than just play space. It's a place where laughter echoes, where little feet jump and explore, and where memories are made. All from something once forgotten in the garage. That's the power of upcycling. That's the joy of giving old things new life. Idea 9. Tire compost bin. Let's take a step now into something deeply practical, yet quietly powerful. Every garden needs compost. Every gardener deserves a way to nourish their soil without spending a fortune. And every forgotten tire can become part of that cycle. Yes, you heard that right. Old tires stacked high can make excellent compost bins. Efficient, durable, and surprisingly elegant in their own rustic way. Start by cleaning one or more large tires thoroughly. Stack them vertically like building blocks, securing them with stakes or metal rods if needed for stability. Line the inside with landscape fabric to prevent soil from sticking to the rubber and to make it easier to remove finished compost later. Now, layer your greens and browns just like you would in any compost pile. Kitchen scraps, grass clippings, leaves, shredded paper, coffee grounds. The unique thing about tire compost bins is that they retain heat well, which helps speed up decomposition. And because they're open at the bottom, worms and beneficial microbes can easily enter and do their work. Top it off with a wooden lid or tarp to protect from heavy rain, and you've got yourself a low-maintenance, eco-friendly compost system. This bin isn't just functional, it's a gift to the earth, because it proves that even waste can feed life, that even forgotten things can help things grow. So imagine this, every time you toss in banana peels or eggshells, you're not just feeding the bin, you're feeding the future. And that future might be a tomato plant, a bouquet of sunflowers, or a row of fragrant basil, all grown from what used to be trash. Idea 10. Tire dog bedlets. Shift gears now from gardens to our four-legged friends. Because if there's one thing we know, it's that love comes in many forms. One of them has paws. If you have a dog or know someone who does, you know how much joy they bring. But you also know how quickly store-bought beds can wear out, get dirty, or simply not fit your space. But here's an idea that's both cozy and creative. Take a single tire, clean it well, and give it a fresh coat of weatherproof paint. Then place a cushion inside, either homemade or repurposed from an old couch or chair. Wrap the outside in rope or outdoor fabric for a polished look, or leave it simple and rugged. Elevate it slightly on bricks or wood blocks to keep it dry, or attach wheels for easy mobility around the yard. This bed isn't just comfortable, it's made with care. It's a reminder that even the most ordinary items can become something meaningful when done with love. And when your dog curls up in it, tail wagging, eyes half closed in contentment, well, that's the moment where purpose meets peace. This tire didn't just avoid the landfill, it became a home, a soft spot, a place where naps are warm and dreams are sweet. Idea 11. Tire sandbox frame. Back to the kids again, because playtime should be as imaginative as the minds that dream it. If you've ever built a sandbox before, you know the struggle, finding materials, cutting wood, sealing edges, making sure it lasts through seasons. But what if I told you the frame could be made from something you already have? Stack tires in a square or circular shape, clean them well, and line the inside with landscape fabric to create a smooth barrier between the rubber and the sand. Fill it with clean, kid-safe sand, and watch the magic unfold. Add a small bench nearby, or build a shade canopy above to keep little faces cool on sunny days. Or go even further. Hide toys inside the tires. Add numbers or letters painted on the sides for learning games. Or use smaller tire slices as stepping stones around the edge. This sandbox isn't just fun, it's future-proof. Because every grain of sand holds a memory. Every shovel full of earth builds a castle, a road, a kingdom born from imagination. And every tire holds a chance to change the world. One child's laughter at a time. Idea 12. Tire vertical garden panels. Let's turn our attention now to something that brings life to even the smallest spaces. Vertical gardens. If you live in a city apartment, have a narrow balcony, or simply want to make use of a blank wall or fence, this idea is going to speak directly to your heart. Old tires can be cut into sections. Think thick slices or curved panels, and mounted on walls or fences to create living art. Start by cleaning the tire thoroughly, then slicing it carefully into horizontal sections. This can be done with a sharp saw or utility knife. Always wear gloves and take safety precautions. Once you have your tire panels, paint them in soft greens, earthy browns, or even bold accent colors depending on your outdoor style. Attach small hooks, screws, or brackets to the back so they can be securely fastened to a wall or wooden trellis. Line the inside with landscape fabric. Add a bit of soil and plant small herbs, succulents or trailing flowers like ivy or creeping jenny. The result? A lush green tapestry made from rubber where nature meets repurposed beauty in the most unexpected way. These panels are not only eco-friendly, but also incredibly versatile. You can arrange them in patterns, hang them like a gallery wall, or stagger them along a railing for a cascading effect. Each panel tells its own story of transformation, of resilience, of growth. And when the sun hits them just right, and the plants begin to bloom, you won't just see a garden, you'll see hope, because even the most unlikely materials can hold life. Even the oldest tires can grow something beautiful. Idea 13. Tire storage bench. Now let's return to function, because every great outdoor space needs both beauty and practicality. Imagine this, a sunny afternoon, a cup of tea in hand, and a bench under the shade of a tree. But what if that bench could do more than just offer a place to sit? What if it could store your gardening tools, extra cushions, or even your favorite books? That's where the tire storage bench comes in. Take 2 or 3 large tires and stack them vertically. Secure them together with strong zip ties or metal brackets. Then top them with a sturdy wooden board cut to fit snugly on top. This will serve as your seat. Paint the tires in coordinating colors. Soft blues and whites for a coastal vibe, warm grays and browns for rustic charm, or bright reds and yellows for a cheerful pop. Attach hinges and a handle to the wooden top, so it lifts up easily, revealing hidden storage beneath. Inside, you can keep gardening gloves, seed packets, folded blankets, or even a few candles for evening ambiance. This bench isn't just stylish, it's smart. It keeps your space tidy, your things protected, and your heart full. Perfect for patios, porches, or next to a cozy fire pit. And best of all, it started with something once forgotten in the garage. Now it holds memories, laughter, and the little comforts that make life feel good. Idea 14. Tire rain boot stand. Let's end with something quietly practical. The kind of idea that may not be flashy, but makes everyday life just a little bit easier. You know how it goes. After a rainy walk or a day gardening in the drizzle, boots come inside and they go asterisk everywhere. Asterisk, by the door, on the rug, sometimes even on the porch step. But what if there was a better way? An organized, charming, and eco-friendly way to store those boots. One that also brings a smile to your face every time you see it. Enter the tire rain boot stand. Start by slicing an old tire into thick horizontal sections, like cutting a cake into wide rings. Clean them well, sand any rough edges, and give them a fresh coat of waterproof paint in cheerful colors. Then mount these tire slices vertically onto a sturdy wooden board, spacing them just enough apart to fit different sizes of boots. You can use screws or brackets to secure them in place. Drill small holes in the bottom of each slice to allow water to drain, and add hooks above the stand for coats, scarves, or umbrellas. This isn't just storage, it's style. It's a welcoming touch near the back door, a tidy solution for muddy boots, and a reminder that sustainability doesn't have to hide in the garage. It can live proudly by your side, and when someone walks in, looks at the stand and says, "Wait, is that made from a tire?" You'll smile and say, "Yes, yes, it is." Because this boot stand proves that even the most ordinary moments coming inside after the rain can be touched by creativity, that even rubber can hold beauty, that even the oldest things can find new purpose. Idea 15. Tire Zen garden centerpiece. And finally, let's close with something peaceful, something slow, something that invites stillness into our fast-moving world. Imagine a quiet corner of your garden, shaded by trees, sheltered by walls, untouched by the rush of daily life. Now picture a large tire placed gently in that space, transformed into a miniature Zen garden. Start by cleaning the tire thoroughly. Paint the outer rim in soft tones, deep greens, sandy browns, or muted grays, depending on the mood you want to create. Fill the center with smooth stones, tiny raked patterns in sand or gravel, and add small moss balls, bonsai trees, or air plants for life and texture. Place a small wooden bridge, a pebble path, or a tiny statue in the center. Something symbolic, something meaningful. This isn't just decoration, it's a sanctuary. A place to sit, breathe, and reflect. A place where time slows down, where thoughts settle like dust on a breezeless day. This garden isn't just calming, it's intentional. It reminds us that we don't need grand gestures or expensive decor to feel peace. We just need a moment, and maybe an old tire. 15 breathtaking ways to transform forgotten rubber into something truly beautiful. From swings to sculptures, gardens to game zones, boot stands to Zen spaces, each idea proves that nothing should be thrown away until it's been loved again. Thank you for walking this path with us today. If you enjoyed this journey through recycling and creativity, please consider liking this video, subscribing for more inspiration, and sharing your thoughts in the comments below. Tell us which idea you'll be trying first, or better yet, show us how you've brought your own vision to life. Until next time, keep dreaming, keep creating, and remember, the most magical transformations are the ones made with heart, peace, love, and green vibes.